So to simplify this, to simplify this, we're going to have to use our cosine A plus cosine A plus B formula, which is what? Cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. Okay, so we're going to, remember, this is just an angle. Let's call it theta. This is an angle. Let's call it alpha. So if I use alpha and theta over here, or I can call it A and B, I guess. So I can use these right here. So this equals the cosine of that angle
and she said you have to memorize or like know like this
times the cosine of that angle
there's going to be there's only 3 multiple
minus the sine of that angle
3 multiple choice questions and 17 written response questions
times the sine
and so she said that
of that angle.
choice is going to be like if a radius is perpendicular to the chord, then it will be like 4 options.
That's what we're doing.
Can I take a picture?
So that means that we're going to take our triangle here. Remember, this is just an angle. It's the angle whose tangent is 4/3. So tangent inverse is located in the first quadrant, right? Or in the second quadrant. So that's a positive. It's located in the first quadrant. So 4/3 is right here. That means that the opposite, here's your angle, we'll call that A. This is your angle A. And your opposite is 4, your adjacent is 3, so this has got to be 5. So the cosine of that angle, right there, is the cosine of that angle. It's the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So this equals 3/5.
I've had some pretty awful
Make sense?
math teachers, but
And then this angle, right here, that's just an angle, let's call it B. And that's the angle whose cosine is 5/13. That also is in the first quadrant. The cosine is 5/13. Here's angle B. The adjacent is 5. The hypotenuse is 13 because that's cosine. So what's that, 5, 12, 13?
Yeah.
So what's the cosine of this angle B right here? Look at this triangle down here.
5 over.
It's 5 over 13. Got it? That's how we do it. And then we're going to say minus the sine of, well, we already have that angle. That's this angle right here. What's the sine of that angle? It's 4 over 5 times the sine of B. We have B also here. The opposite is 12. Adjacent, or hypotenuse is 13, so 12 over 13. So then we just simplify that. And now you probably are tempted to go ahead and cancel those out, but don't do that, because if you cancel them out, you'll have to get like common denominators, you'll just have to bring it back in. So let's just go 15 over 65 minus 48 over 65, which equals 33, negative 33 over 65. Check my math there. Did I do that right?